Streaming in Nigeria right now is not just entertainment, it's becoming a big industry. Many more Nigerians are venturing into live stream every day, building fan bases, going viral, and making money from it. What started as just gaming has now turned into everything. IRL stream, street content, campus store, celebrity link up, and many more. And even everyday life for some people. And the crazy part is the competition is getting insane. Streamers are now blowing up fast and everybody wants to stay relevant. So the real question is, who is actually the biggest streamer in Nigeria? Not by who is your favorite, not by who is the loudest, but who actually tick the box where it is mostly important. And today I'll be analyzing it based on how consistent they are, their real value, their fan bases, and how they've influenced a lot of people. Note, you might not agree with everything I say, but you understand that it is pure analysis. So without being biased, without favoritism, who is actually the biggest streamer in Nigeria? So I've compiled a list of 10 attributes you must possess before you can actually be considered the biggest streamer in Nigeria. So here's the list. We have 3 noticeable names here. That is Shanks, Pella, and Kata Efe. And these 3 are considered the big 3 in the streaming space in Nigeria. And all of them have had their role to play, with Shanks going to the streamer university, with Pella being the pathfinder of streaming in Nigeria, and Kata Efe took streaming to another level. So let's get into it. We have consistencies. How consistent you are in the streaming space, your fans' engagement, how they engage more in your craft, how you are creative with your content, how you collaborate with people, your stream quality and production, your IRL stream, your real life content, and entertainment value, personality and charisma, viewership number, and then influence and clout. Okay, let's start with consistency. Who is more consistent among these 3? They are all consistent in their way. They've all been showing up on our screen. They've all been giving us something to talk about. But who is more consistent? For this list, I'm actually going with Kata Efe. I believe Kata Efe is more consistent. He's one of those streamers that you can categorically say that consistency and hard work paid off for him. So he started streaming from the scratch and look at where he is today. So let's go to fans engagement. They all have their fan base, with Shanks' fan base named Lit Gang, Pella own named Pellerians, and Kata Efe, I'm not sure he has like a name for the fan base, but he has a lot of people that support him, and that is very, very important. But for the fans engagement, I'm going with Pella on this. Out of all these streamers, he's the one with the strongest fan base, and he has better engagement than any of the streamers on this list. With having over 15.3 million followers on TikTok, over 2.6 million followers on Instagram, and on all other platforms like YouTube, Kick, he categorically brought over 200,000 people on Kick, a app that is not widely known in Nigeria. So his influence has built it because of the fans he actually has. So let's move to content creativity. Who is actually more creative amongst these 3? Shanks, if you are talking about YouTube videos, I will have probably put Shanks there, because when you watch Shanks' YouTube video, you know, he's very, very, very intelligent. However, this is basically about streaming, and this I'll be giving it to Kata Efe. Why I'm giving this to Kata Efe is because he brought the skits-esque into the streaming industry. So he was once a content creator, a skit maker, but he integrated into streaming and brought those attributes of skit making into streaming, and that is what, you know, gave him that audience and a lot of loyal people to be coming to his live stream. You never expect what is going to give you. You just give you something you don't expect. That's thinking outside the box. That's creativity. And I can tell you, apart from consistency, we also added creativity into his craft to become one of the biggest streamers in Nigeria. So let's move to collaboration power. Who collaborates more, and whose collaboration is likely to influence you? And they all have the influence, but for here, I'm going with Pella. Why am I going with Pella is because he has the audience, he has the fan base. If you stream with Kata Efe, Pella, or Shanks, you most likely get the numbers from Pella, because he has more influence, he has more audience. And talking about clips, he has a lot of clippers that I personally know is up to 15. I know that these people don't clip other creators, only Pella. And let's talk about people he has collaborated with. He has collaborated with Olamide, he has collaborated with Davido, King Promise, that is not a Nigerian, he's from Ghana. He has collaborated with Big Shatarali from Ghana. But if you're talking about collaboration power, Pella has it more than any of these three. So let's move to stream quality and production. This is opinion based, but here I think I'll give it to Shanks. Shanks, I like his setup, I like his studio, his audio is very, very good. He has the audio production, he has the video production. He is one of the first streamers in Nigeria to start using camera to stream. In terms of production and quality stream, I'll give it to Shanks. So let's move to the next category, the IRL and real life content. Who does it better? And this, I don't think there is an argument. I think this is definitely Pella. Out of all these three, Pella enjoyed to do more IRL than any other streamers on this list. He enjoyed more IRL stream than studio stream. And we all saw his state tour, how a lot of people came out for him to, embrace him because he has that influence. And you know him, he likes to aura farm, he likes to do anything possible, to keep trending, to put you on the top, and that's his biggest strength, IRL stream, and that's why I'm giving it to Pella. So let's move to the entertainment value. Who has it? This is also very controversial, and you can have your different opinion, but this I'm giving it to Kata Efe. He is very, very entertaining. Forget the fact that it might not resonate with some things you believe in, it might be very rash, but if you talk about pure entertainment, even in this category, I might also go for Pella because he's also very entertaining. The reason why he will go on live stream and over 30,000, 40,000 people will be watching him on TikTok. Overall, I think I'm still going to give it to Kata Efe because, like I said earlier, he brought the content, he brought the skit making pattern into the stream. He will also make you laugh, he will do crazy stuff that you will be intrigued by. And a lot of people emulated him, especially in the streaming space. They want to do the kind of things he's doing. That's why I'm giving the entertainment value to Kata Efe. So the next point is personality and charisma. So they are all charismatic, but here I'll be giving it to Shanks, and this is the reason why I'm going for Shanks. Shanks is not somebody that deals with clout. He doesn't really chase clout. However, there are some things he's doing that makes me respect him and like his personality. You just see Shanks in some places you don't expect him to be. You're like, wow, how did this guy get here? And making silent move, not because of clout. You see him streaming with African streamers, you see him streaming with American streamers. You don't see him making films about it. He's just making a silent move and be at his best behavior, and people respect him for that. That's why I feel edge those two a bit in terms of personality and charisma. So let's go to viewership and numbers. Who have the numbers? Who do people watch? And this, I'm giving it to Pella. Like I said earlier, his views on all streaming platform is actually underrated. Engagement from fans, he has a lot of followers and he has a lot of people that watch him on live stream. So I think Pella definitely ticked the box in terms of viewers and numbers. So let's go to the last point, influence and clout. This is actually Pella. Out of all these three streamers, he started the streaming first, and according to them, they believe he motivated them to start streaming. So he has also been an influence to Shanks. He has also been an influence to Kata Efe, because he also said it on his live stream that Pella motivated him to actually start streaming. When he invited all of them to his stream, his first ever stream on YouTube, I think around 2024. And if you look at fans too, who do people want to be like? People will want to mostly be like Pella. Talking about clout, Pella is always good with clout chasing. You always see something to talk about with him. And we ask ourselves the question again, who is actually the biggest streamer in Nigeria? And today, as of 2026, Pella is the biggest streamer in Nigeria based on these important metrics. I know you might have your different opinions, some points you don't agree with, some things I think that you feel it is ridiculous. Let me know who is actually the biggest streamer in Nigeria, according to you? But according to Airtex, according to numbers, according to all these most important features, I think Bella is the biggest streamer in Nigeria.